I'm going on a field trip.
Hey Ricky, you ready to go?
I'm almost done packing.
You know we're going like literally 7.3 miles. You could walk there.
Here I am at the site of our very first field trip. You will never guess what is behind this door, unless you guessed that it's Ricky's root beer, in which case you guessed correctly. We'll see all that stuff soon, but our story actually starts in their kitchen. So, you told me earlier before we started filming that while many homebrewers start in their kitchen, like literally your business was run out of this kitchen. What was it like?
We would just have stacks of kegs. Everything kind of had its own place, and we just made it do. I don't know.
Was it terrible?
No.
No, we weren't working for someone else, so that was the glory of that sort of compromise.
Yeah, it's amazing when things are all stacked up all around what you just don't see anymore. So it kind of just became part of the kitchen.
So this looks like a very professional facility.
Mm-hmm.
But people who didn't walk with the camera don't know that we're less than like 8 feet from where you started. What's it like literally having your business in your garage?
It's the best commute you could ever ask for.
It's true. It's amazing to be fortunate to live in Vermont and be able to have a home-based business and whatnot. You know, we don't have to worry about a storefront every day, and so we're open when we're open, closed when we're closed.
So how many products do you make?
Hold it, we didn't count them.
6.
6?
Yes.
Okay, and what are they?
Root beer, ginger beer, maple cream, dark side, sarsaparilla, and red.
Awesome.
Yes.
You nailed it. It's like the 7 dwarfs, right?
Right.
Perfect.
Or
So,
6 of them.
Where can I get those?
All of the flavors you can get at the Burlington and Shelburne farmers markets on Saturday mornings. And then root beer is the most dominant, almost like our flagship product that's on draft in most of the restaurants.
Okay.
The ginger beer is on draft in, I think, about 8 to 10 places, including you.
Yup. So obviously the product I want to focus on is your ginger beer. The reason I want to focus on your ginger beer is lay the ingredients on me.
Fresh ginger, fresh lime, and Vermont honey from Middlebury.
Honey, of course, because honey is what makes mead mead. We ferment it and it becomes alcohol, but all your products are alcohol free. Why do you use honey?
Just the mouthfeel is so different from any other sweetener that we've used.
My favorite question is, what is your least favorite question again?
Is it good?
Is it good, and do you make diet? In which we respond, no, but if you have half a glass, it's the same thing.
I like it.
Cool.
So as a maker of mead, I am asked this on a daily basis. Why mead? To ask it another way, why root beer?
Growing up, root beer was always my favorite beverage, go-to beverage, and Dave is uberly talented in the kitchen, being a chef, and so his food, and then he moved into making beer, and since he was so talented in both areas, I was like, why don't you make me some root beer and some ginger beer? And he did, and lo and behold, a business was born.
It's a bold move to go pro as a craft soda maker. I frankly can't think of any others. So when was the moment when it really happened for you?
When we were helping out with a benefit for the Intervale farming flood victims down there. We were next to American Flatbread, who was also participating in the event to raise money to get their farms back up and running. And they said, hey, why don't you make it legal and you can put it on draft at our restaurant. And it just went from there.
The rest, as they say, is history.
Completely.
And we return to the meadery for the word of the week. The word of the week is kernel panic. Kernel panic is the best sounding term to describe the fatal system error that wiped out all the files on our computer this week. So instead of having that cool animation at the end, you're going to have to click here to watch the last episode and here to subscribe. Side note, kernel panic, also the best name I could think of for a new Marvel villain. Kernel panic is the word of the week and the end of our show. Please keep sending your questions and I'll answer them as soon as possible. I think I'm gonna sneeze.